Hey folks, Neil Hogger, Wisconsin landman and Whitetail Properties land specialist. Today I'm on a fantastic property. This is 80 acres that is set up for any hunter. Turnkey opportunity. We're in northern Polk County in the township of McKinley. Just a fantastic fringe country area, farms, swamps, timber. This is a great property. It's turnkey. It's priced to sell. Let's go take a look. You're gonna like it. You know, this is my favorite time of the year. I get to come out on these properties and everybody's excited about hunting. And I tell you what, if you're looking for a hunting property that's set up, you're gonna like this place. This is a cool little cabin. It's probably about 400 square feet. I'm gonna take you inside, but this is ready to go. It's been all rehabbed, painted. There's a wood burning stove, a small kitchen. It's set up for a shower. It's got a nice little garage. Just a cool property with trails, food plots, and everything you're gonna see is included. The owner of this property is really into QDMA. He purchased this property a year ago as his dream property and set about painting and cleaning, bulldozing, and generally setting it up for hunting. As I approach the property, it's just an idyllic setting. Everything you see in these pictures is included. The owner plans to take a couple of his personal things off the wall, such as taxidermy, photos, and whatnot. But everything else will be left behind. There's a really nice wood burning furnace that you can come in, light a fire, and just warm the place up and have a really nice hunt. The kitchen is well appointed. It's got an electric cook stove. It does not have water currently, but it could easily be hooked up. Upstairs, you're going to find 2 beds, room for a third, just a nice little sleeping area. The habitat is excellent. This is fringe country with farms nearby, but mostly timber and swamps. Just an excellent setup for the deer, and you're going to have some excellent hunting in this area, as Polk County is a high density area. Well, the owner of this property has owned it for about a year, and he's done a ton of work. He came in here with bulldozers, and he's created these trail systems throughout the property. There's a culvert right here because there's some seeps that come through the wood, so it's draining this water off the property, keeping these trails pretty much open. Done a great job. This is about $10,000 worth of work, guys, that he's done for you. Here's a pretty good example of what I like to see for logging. They've come in here and they've taken out some trees. You can see the stem count is really increasing here. That's a lot of woody browse. All these little fresh tops right here are all deer food. They're all nipped off. There's some pretty decent trees. There's one right here. Be a great tree stand tree right on the edge of this clear cut. There's a lot of trails going in out here. Perfect habitat. I love to see it. Trees are big enough to get into. This is what you want to look for. Well, here's the first of 2 food plots. He's got a licking branch hanging here on an old oak tree, but a really nice looking food plot. It's about, oh, there's some turkeys right there. I don't know if you can see them in the back of the field. Good looking food plot. It's brand new. It'll get better and better over the years. I love to see this. Well, if you're a food plotter, you know what food plots can do in the northern woods of Wisconsin. This is marginal land up here. Not a lot of agriculture, but some great habitat. Here he's got about an acre-sized food plot. I'd say about 100 yards long, 40, 50 yards wide. Perfect setup. Situated right next door to some bedding area. There's thick bedding area, and I tell you, you can't see it on the video, but there are tracks and turkey tracks and deer tracks all over in here. They're tearing it up. This is the first year food plot, as I said, and it's only going to get better, but it's very well situated on the edge of the property, right next to bedding area. Perfect setup. You know, you've heard me talk about it before, the value of having water features. You know, this isn't something you're gonna boat on, but I'm sure you can duck hunt here early season. I see a beaver den right there. Beavers are in here. It's probably 4 or 5 feet deep, maybe deeper. I love these features. It just adds to the overall quality of the property. I can see a beaver dam right here, and there's another pond right below me. Great for wood ducks early season. It just adds to the aesthetic appeal of these properties. I just like to see this. It's just a great feature. Okay, now I'm in what I'm sure is a bedding area. I'm underneath some pines, and these types of habitats, these little micro habitats, are really important. This is thermal cover. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a decent trail right through here. These deer are wandering through here. I'm sure they're bedding in here. Inside, under this canopy, keeps the snow off their back. And honestly, it could probably be a degree warmer in here during those harsh winters. And that little bit of microclimate change can really add to the survivability of these deer. Their metabolism slows down. It gives them a place to hide and be safe, get them out of the wind. Makes a big difference to their survivability. So the owner of this property is really into QDMA, and he's done all kinds of little projects. Here's an example of one. This is a licking branch stick, and it's hanging from a piece of parachute cord, and it's out about eye level for these deer. And what's happening is these deer, they're coming up here and they're rubbing their forehead gland and their preorbital gland, which is around their eyes, and they're laying down a scent signature. And it's just a great place to do a trail camera survey. He's got a trail camera right here on a tree, and he's able to monitor this year round. And guys, they'll start using this as early as May, June, and they'll visit it year round. He's got a lot of pictures to prove it. So if you want to do a great trail camera survey, put these licking branches up. This is just a piece of grapevine hung from a tree, and it's a great place to see what your inventory looks like. I'm looking at properties and pricing them, and I see projects such as this, where they've come in and they've done some hinge cutting and they've created some travel corridors. This is what turnkey properties look like, and they definitely add value. You can see how he's come in here and he's hinge cut this woods. He's created a trail that I'm walking on, and the deer are using it as well. You can see some deer tracks down here. And this is right alongside of a marsh over there. He's created the hinge cut as a blocking hinge cut. He's created this trail right here, and the deer are using it. And it's taking it right out to that food plot. Just a great execution of using a hinge cut. I'm going to take you over to an area that is a great example of proper logging and what you want to have your land look like. This is an example of stem count. So as you can see in here, how tightly packed these trees are. They're all about 2 inches in size. You can only see, I don't know, 25, 30 yards in there, maybe less, probably 15 actually. And this is just a great edge that it's created. On the flip side, if you turn around here, the wood starts opening up. There's still some pretty good trees in here, but it's a lot more open. The deer, I can see probably 50, 60 yards through here. This is where the deer like to be. This is a sanctuary he's created. Stem count, that's the key word. You gotta have high stem count to create security cover. Well, that's the tour today, guys. So this property is for sale. It is turnkey, trails. There's a millennium tree stand up in that tree right there. It's got the licking branches. This is ready to go. It'll be up on my property website soon. Listed at $209,000. If you guys are interested in this will not last long. It's at the right price. It's turnkey. It's ready to go. I'd love to show it to you. Hey, I'm land specialist Neil Hogger with Whitetail Properties Real Estate. Give me a call. We'll come out for a tour as always. I want to be your guy in the land business. Thanks for watching. Hey, you made it this far through the video. Give me a call. Let's make this yours for next year's deer season.